Hi, everybody. Casey Burlaw, Superintendent of the Carroll Community School District. I'm coming to you with this video to provide you an update from our recent board meeting, which was Monday, March 16th. We did hold our regular meeting. We did have a crowd less than 10, but I do want to let you know that we have discussed going forward that we may have to hold our meetings electronically. We're reviewing the legal requirements for that, but and we'll let folks know if that has to occur down the road. I wanted to first start off with some of the information we did share regarding COVID-19 and some of the decisions that have been made, and also we know that there's some decisions we have yet to make, and so there was some discussion about some of those items. First, you know that our schools are closed until April 15th, and with that, all of our facilities are closed as well, and so we're trying to do our part to limit people congregating and coming together, and then that's the big reason for that. Also, all activities, all events and activities that we had scheduled are off during this time. Facility rentals are not going to we're not going to approve them, and the ones that we had scheduled, we've notified folks that we cannot hold those events, and so that's been decided. Some things that we also know that the legislature did allow the days that we're missing to be forgiven, so we won't have to make those days up. Still, we'll have some decisions to make in regards to when we do get kids back in school. We've missed a pretty good chunk of time and instruction, and there's going to be gaps in terms of the curriculum, the things that we didn't get to. So we got to make some decisions about how we handle that, and so we're working on that. We also have to make decisions on pay for teachers. We're working on that as well. Teachers and staff, excuse me. Teachers have contracts, but we have hourly employees too that aren't working right now, and so we're working on a plan for those things, and with the mindset that we're going to do what we can to make sure that folks receive pay during this time. So, but we got to make sure we do that the right way, which means seeking guidance to make sure we're doing it, do what we can do, and then develop a plan that we'll present to the board for approval. And that should happen here soon. So we won't drag that out. Hopefully much longer. Also, we talked about serving meals. That's going to begin on Wednesday, March 18th, and that will be done from 11 to 12:30 each day, and from Fairview Elementary. There's information on our Tiger Vision Facebook page, and I'd encourage folks to go there. We do ask people to contact the school and sign up if you're planning to receive one of those meals. That way we have enough food prepared. So let folks know about that, and we hope that that's something that benefits students. It is for kids ages 0 to 18, so that's what that's for. So those were the big chunks of things that we talked about in regards to the COVID-19 situation. Some other key things that were decided on Monday night: we did approve a personnel report that included 5 resignations. We had 3 teachers on there that resigned: Lindsay Willenborg, our family consumer science teacher at the high school, Ashley Henners, and Jessica DeYoung, both teachers at the elementary level. And those resignations were approved. We approved several hires. Mr. Patrick Rabbit will be our next elementary principal. Ashley Bargman will be a middle school special education teacher. Allison Ergenbright will be a family consumer science teacher at the high school next year. Kyle Stevens was approved as an elementary PE teacher, and Gary McGill was approved as a 7th grade boys basketball coach next year. And then John Kitt a contract was approved for him as head sports facility and grounds. We also then presented our draft of our 2020-2021 district certified budget. We're still making a few tweaks, but that will be published in the local newspaper here end of the month. And we did establish a public hearing, which will be held on April 13th at 12 o'clock in the Adams building in the boardroom. So you can look for information coming out through our local newspaper on that. We also approved a bid to install automatic door openers at the high school, middle school, and Adams Elementary. Fairview already has this in place. By doing this, all of our buildings will be more accessible to folks with disabilities, and we're excited to get that in place. And there were a few other things. The meeting was shortened a little bit because we didn't have some of our staff there for the presentations we had scheduled, so those were kind of the key highlights I wanted to make sure I shared with you. I do want to close by thanking everybody, and I know I've received comments and thank yous and just signs of support, and I appreciate that. We are in uncharted waters, so to speak, with what's going on in our country and decisions that we're having to make we've never had to make before, and so that creates some challenges. But in the end, I know that we will get through it, and it's something that we won't soon forget. I ask everybody to make sure you're doing your part. What we're trying to do, as I understand it, in our country, is trying to keep the spread of this virus under control. So we can do that by practicing social distancing and just following the guidelines that have been made available to folks. So be sure you're doing your part. We're trying to do that as a school district and individually as well. So that's all I have for you today, and thank you again. I appreciate everything that you're doing, and we look forward to getting kids back in school as soon as we can, hopefully April 15th. Go Tigers!